Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Stop explaining yourself and telling people everything. You owe no one any explanation of what you do. Before a new chapter is begun, the old one has to be finished. Tell yourself that what has passed will never come back. Nothing is irreplaceable. A habit is not a need. Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you do not, the sun will soon set, and you with it. Changes happen when we go against everything we're used to doing. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Going back to your ex is like having a shower and putting dirty underwear back on. There is a limit to the time assigned you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and never return. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan, and what they have planned for you is not much. Chasing happiness will lead you to misery until you realize that happiness is the way. Don't quit. Sometimes the things you are hoping for come at unexpected times. You can't change someone who doesn't see a problem with their actions. Failure shows us the way by showing us what isn't the way. Commitment is what gets you started. Consistency is what gets you somewhere. And persistence is what keeps you going. Sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. You are willing to pay those payments with pain because pain is just a message when you are fixing something that's insufficient in your life. Sometimes you have to suffer in life, not because you were a bad person, but because you didn't realize when to stop being good to the wrong person. Stop overestimating others and underestimating yourself. Never overlook contempt. When someone views you with contempt and talks to you like you're beneath them, they will likely do you harm, whether relationally, socially, or physically. Remove that person from your life. Most of the time, you have to swallow the pain and learn to grow up by yourself. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. You'll learn nothing from life if you think you're right all the time. You will never see the great things ahead of you if you keep looking at the bad things behind you. Stop asking why they kept doing it and start asking why you keep allowing it. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't take advice from. The fastest way to gain self-confidence is to do exactly what you are afraid of. Knowledge is not free. You have to pay attention. Only the disciplined ones in life are free. If you are undisciplined, you are a slave to your moods and your passions. Lessons in life will be repeated until they are learned. Just because the boat rocks doesn't mean it's time to jump overboard. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Live in reality as it is, not as you wish it was. Don't do anything you feel you'd have to lie about later. Say no more than you wish to have said. Do no less than what you wish to have done. Sometimes which choice you make is not as important as making a choice and committing to it. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown your inner voice. Every person alive hits a crossroads in life when you have to let go of the past and forge ahead into something new. The only sad thing would be clinging to the past once it's out of reach. A broken heart is just the growing pains necessary so that you can love more completely when the real thing comes along. Never hate jealous people. They are jealous because they think you are better than them. Never complain of that of which it is at all times in your power to rid yourself. Later often means never. People treating you poorly is a reflection on them, not you. Do not listen with the intent to reply, but with the intent to understand. Forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is a form of self-care. Don't make permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Always work with it, not against it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. This will miraculously transform your whole life. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Clocks show time, and time shows people. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is a starting point to begin changing your life. You can't make people love you the way you love them. The only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. When you build in silence, no one knows where to attack. Let others' actions speak for them. People will show you far more than they will tell you. Your life becomes meaningful in precise proportion to the depths of the responsibility you are willing to shoulder. If you never heal from what hurt you, you'll bleed on people who didn't cut you. Don't borrow anything you can't afford to replace. You can't change other people, and it's rude to try. Chasing a person doesn't give you value or build value in you. You earn your value by chasing morality and practicing dignity. If you want to know who controls you, look who you are not allowed to criticize. Don't change yourself just to make someone happy, unless that someone is you. Whatever is causing you worry or pain right now won't cause you worry or pain forever. Things change with time, and it will pass. If you blame it on someone else, don't expect it to get better. Forgiving doesn't make the person who hurt you feel better. It makes you feel better. Be the person you needed when you were younger. The answer is always no until you ask. Don't make decisions when you're angry. Don't make promises when you're happy. If you need more than one hand to count your best friends, you're not a great best friend. Some talk to you in their free time, and some free their time to talk to you. Learn the difference. If you don't overcome your tendency to give up easily, your life will lead to nothing. Today is the tomorrow you talked about yesterday. No matter how good a person you are, you will always be bad in someone's story. You don't ever truly know another person unless you can take up residence in their head. You'll never be privy to their true nature. Don't spend your life dreaming about what could have been in another place or under different circumstances. Instead, invest your energy in what is right in front of you. Not everyone is going to understand your journey. Not everyone is going to believe in what you believe in. You are on your own path, so never change who you are. When I do help others or help them to do something, I'm doing what I was designed for. The responsibility is all mine. No one can stop me from being honest or straightforward. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Maybe your path is harder because your calling is higher. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. Because a thing seems difficult for you, do not think it impossible for anyone to accomplish.